Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another Nerds with Kids.
We are at House Lasercorn today because Trish has a bunch of stuff going on. They have a dentist appointment, and they're already fighting over the chair. Yes, as it is.
Hey, don't crush it.
You guys can roll the paintings. Don't have the fox hit Tyler.
Yeah.
That's not okay. We have a special guest today.
Hi, guys.
Stephanie is here with little baby Morgan. Morgan. 4 months? 4 months?
8 months.
8 months. Oh, God. I'm way off. Yeah. No, she's too chubby for 4 months.
She's a little chunker.
Yeah.
Chunker. Yeah.
An absolute unit of a baby.
Decidedly.
When did that word come into existence, chonker?
I think that was from the whole absolute unit meme.
Yeah.
It was like a big cat that was like literally like just fluff and fat. And
But that's like pretty recent. That's like this year, right? Or am I really behind the times?
I've only heard it recently.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I have a friend who has a daughter around her age, and she started using it on all of her hashtags.
Yeah.
Chonker.
That's great.
I just assume at this point, now that I have kids, that I'm out of date on everything. And I am old, so that's just the assumption. Phoenix, what are you doing? You poking out over there?
Yeah, he's hiding.
He's hiding. Phoenix was up in the camera earlier, but now he wants to play hide and seek.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do? And
this little one?
Yeah, and this little one.
Well, I am actually visiting from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I used to live in Los Angeles, but I moved there a couple of years ago. I work with...
We went to college together.
We've known each other since way back.
Way back. And you do a lot of graphic design work, and specifically you do a lot of nerdy stuff that I do all the time. So,
yes.
You know.
Yeah, it's been really fun working with you guys on Hunter's game stuff.
It's cool. So she's one of the few people who can put like RPG graphic design on the resume and actually mean it. So
proudly and excitedly.
Between her and Chris, who's my business partner, who do a lot of graphic design, they pretty much are the reason that things look good. The way that
awesome.
They do, you know.
Very cool.
Because it's RPGs are one of those things where you have to mix both good look graphic design as well as like artistic. Because it's so easy to just make something look corporate and awesome, but that's a different take when you actually have to make it like playable or make it work for rules. So
and have a little bit of the whimsical in there too.
Yeah,
like cards that are a little too static just don't. Nobody wants to play with them.
Yeah,
you'd be so surprised on like just the.
Can you watch the wire?
Oh, Phoenix, be careful, buddy. Hey, Phoenix, eyeballs. Look at me. Don't play with the wire, okay? But like even just a magic card, like just the whole layout of it, like the way that's evolved over the years has slowly grown how graphic design works.
Yeah.
I could geek out on that really hard.
Oh, do you play Magic?
Since I was like 10.
Yes.
So.
I also play quite a bit of Magic. Are you in Arena right now?
I actually don't have anybody in Fort Wayne that plays Magic, so I've moved on to other games for the moment. But I still have my box of cards that I've carried around since I was 10 years old.
Well, that's the great thing about Magic Arena. The online beta they launched is you can play anytime and you don't have to have friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will have to check that out.
And
it's in beta right now.
Technically free to play.
Yeah.
So you can just keep playing and unlocking cards, but you can buy like digital packs to rebuild your decks.
Yeah.
But it's all in standard. The only problem with it is that it's standard. So you're only playing like the last 3 or 4 releases.
Okay.
But it's still free to play.
I can get into this.
Yeah.
That sounds
Check it out for sure.
Yeah.
So you want to do the first segment, boss battle?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really talk about it too much. Does anyone have crazy boss battles right now?
Anything you're dealing with? I will defer to our guest. Do you have anything you're dealing with that you're having trouble with, or is life peachy? If not, one of us can go.
Yes, life with an 8-month-old is peachy and easy.
Oh, okay. All right. So what are you dealing with most that's giving you the most trouble?
I would say the biggest challenge that I'm facing right now is so I am a freelancer and an independent contractor, and I work from home.
Yeah.
And I think when
Oh, Phoenix, we can do the playground in a little bit, but we're talking about how hard it is to be a child rearer as well as a freelance worker at the same time. But you can still have some more of your Chex Mix if you'd like. Oh, is it Tyler's?
Well, he's sharing.
I think
yeah,
Tyler's sharing. We're good. Just try not to get it on the floor, too, kid. Thank you.
make an attempt at least. So yeah, I think I had a bit of a delusion that being a work from home mom was going to be the sweet spot where I like wouldn't need childcare because I was home with my baby.
Got it. But then you get no work done. So we've been kind of struggling to figure out how to find balance. My husband does have the ability to work from home sometimes, and when he's there it's easier, and we have somebody that comes in a few days a week and that makes it easier. But trying to do the elaborate math equation of work-life balance is decidedly a challenge, and especially now that she is a very active baby. The Carol Danvers costume is more than just my own geekery. She's very physically oriented and
just zooming through space all of the time,
as often as possible, and finding her boundaries in all of the worst ways possible while I'm trying to like do logos or icons for something.
It's the basically the transition from when you manage your own time to now you're managing the time of a little one is big, and it does take about a year, you know, just to get through it. I know that for us, we did daycare as early as 3 months, and so now we basically have our standard workday relegated back to us. But you know, I know Dave, you do daycare as well.
We do daycare, and I was when Tyler was that age, I was not work from home. I'm work from home now, but he's in daycare while I'm working most of the time, so I don't have the same issues. When we first started, you know, I don't think Tyler went. I'm trying to think. 18 months, I think, is when Tyler went to daycare first. So my wife was home with him for that first 18 months, and I was working at an office, so I didn't really have to deal with that. And now he's in daycare, so it's not really. It's kind of a struggle I haven't had to deal with, but I imagine it's difficult.
Yeah, and Trish doesn't do daycare except for 1 or 2 days a week, so she can speak to it probably if she was here a little better to it. But she basically has a routine, but also no routine at the same time.
You kind of have to. Like I have my morning routine that like gets me to the point where I'm sitting down at my computer, usually right during her first nap, and can usually get about an hour in then, and then the rest of the day is just whenever things happen.
Right.
So
an hour of guaranteed work a day, and then I can everything
promise
else.
An hour there. I can promise an hour during her second nap.
I will say the one thing that did help me is it laser focused. Like I know with Trish and myself now, it laser focused. Phoenix.
Don't pull on that, buddy.
Don't pull on the cable. It laser focused the type of work that we could take now, because if a job doesn't pay markup plus childcare, there's no point.
Exactly. Yes. Very, very yes.
You know, and so there's a little bit now of like, is the job important enough that I can hire a babysitter to let me do the work?
Right.
You know, and that kind of, I don't know, that either helps or hinders the situation, because I know, unfortunately, in the graphic design world, it's very cutthroat. And
it's a little feast or famine.
Yeah, I can see that. And sometimes a race for the bottom, depending on what type of the job it is as well, too.
Yeah, so. I tend not to be willing to play that game, though.
Good. Don't play that game.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're worth more now that you have a child.
Yes.
So, you know. Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, hopefully you'll get through the process, and like I said, it does take about a year just to figure out who you are now with a child.
Yep,
so.
We're figuring it out one day at a time.
Are you planning on doing daycare at some point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when that kicks in, you know, whenever you decide to do that, obviously things will get easier.
We were hoping to wait until a year. We'll see if we make it that long.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, they say that I think in California they really push the first 5. You know, the first 5 years are the most important time to spend as much with your kid as possible.
Yeah.
And so we do our best to kind of like literally look at this chickie. Phoenix, you wanna come over here? Show everybody this chickie. I see this cute little fluffy chickie. And I just want to mash him. Give me this chickie. He's not into
look
it.
like he wants to be mashed.
Do you want to see Morgan?
He literally just wants to stare at me mockingly from the distance.
Can you come? Does the fox want to give Morgan more kisses, Phoenix?
It was a fox.
Hey, Phoenix. Stephanie's asking if Morgan wants more kisses.
Do you think the fox wants to give Morgan more kisses?
No.
Okay, there's the answer.
All right. Well, it was worth a try.
But okay, well, thank you for that boss battle. Next segment is Take My Rupees that we do on the show.
Are you gonna drag the whole thing over here?
No, we're gonna get B-roll afterwards, and we'll cut it in editor style. Basically, we have a a kitchen playset for Tyler. It's a step 2 kitchen playset, and it's great. And one of the reasons I highly recommend it is because when me or my wife is in the kitchen cooking something, and you don't want Tyler near the pots and stuff, you send him over to the kitchen. It's like, hey, we're cooking right now, buddy. Can you go cook something too? And he will cook up food over there, away from all of the hot, sharp things.
Yes.
And we will cook things in the kitchen, and it works.
I've seen a lot of those, but the one thing I haven't seen is one close to your actual kitchen.
Yeah.
Because that's brilliant.
It is.
Usually it's like in the kid's room, but putting it close to the kitchen almost demands that he play cook with you.
Exactly. And then we'll be like, buddy, I'm cooking pasta. What are you cooking? And he'll be like, I'm cooking pizza. What are you cooking?
Can you cook something for me? I cooked ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake? That's awesome.
I like the ice cream cake.
Very cool. You're such a good cook, buddy. So,
Cool.
yeah. Oh, buddy,
Phoenix.
careful.
You gotta watch out, dude. You gotta watch out.
So it's really cool. Highly recommend getting one of those, especially if you are in the kitchen and like if you have somewhere you can put it that's a clear line of sight to the kitchen. It's awesome. And we will cut in some B-roll of that.
I
But
remember
yeah.
when Phoenix was going, even the little ice cream cart that Trish had,
Mhm.
when he'd be like, what do you want? Like, being able to play, like, have them take orders from you, I know is like a fun stage of development where you can say, Phoenix, would you cook me a pizza right now? Or Tyler, would you cook me a hot dog? And having them imagine making their hot dog. I think yesterday Tyler like made it was last time we were shooting. We were at the ice cream cart and Tyler made hot dog ice cream.
That sounds
Hot
delicious,
dog
buddy.
ice cream.
Did you make hot dog
I can
ice
see
cream?
it. Salty and
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, salty and sweet savory
Yes.
with a little bit of relish, sweet
Yes.
relish on there.
It sounds delightful. No one wants
Sucked it up. That's cool. That's super fun.
Yeah, so it's a fun little thing. Yeah, and then for
we're doing a poll,
multiplayer.
that's right.
Yeah, what do you
Yes.
want to do a poll on?
Ah, that is a great question.
How about it's summer now, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
How about
what's your-
what's your favorite summer activity with the kids?
Or like even summer activities great, and also like what do you like backyard activities now that it's outdoors time? I know some people are really limited by how much, if they even have a backyard at all.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what's your favorite thing to do when you're breaking your routine
Mhm.
in summer? Like, do you have a pool?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys go camping?
Oh.
Like what? Oh, Phoenix. Hey, buddy.
Yeah,
Come here, buddy.
we're actually thinking of getting one of those inflatable slides, so
Sweet.
that could be a
Fun.
thing. Yeah,
Grab those things. Look at
yeah.
me. Please don't throw things at people's faces, okay? Look at me. Can you say, Daddy?
Daddy.
I will not throw foxes at people's faces.
I'm not so fucking
I would really appreciate that, kid. Okay? Because
So-
you almost took out an eyeball. Sorry. Good.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna finish by saying yeah. So leave it in the comments what you love to do. We'll love to check it out and
Yeah.
see what you guys are doing with the kids. And yeah, I think that's gonna be the episode.
I think. Well, I'm just gonna say that Phoenix's birthday is next month.
Oh,
We're gonna be doing a 1-up Mario birthday party.
ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, which I think next week when we come in and talk about it, I'm gonna showcase some of the party ideas we have. But little teaser: if you blow up brown balloons and put eyeballs on them, they become Goombas,
What?
and you can stomp on them.
Oh, Goomba Stomp, that's
Brilliant.
awesome.
Stomping. But we have more of those. Like Kazi my girlfriend is like going to town on Pinterest right now about like what little kid activities that they can do for Super Mario Brothers.
Of
But
course she is.
Yeah.
you can look forward to that video closer to June when it's his actual birthday. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Very cool.
So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
Yeah, we'll see you hopefully when she's up and running around, and then these two can babysit her.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy baby.
I've been
face.
telling Tyler to get a job forever now. So babysitter sounds like a good job.
That's a good way to earn some extra summer money, Tyler.
Yeah.
There you go.
These two have just been hanging out rent free for like 4 years.
Seriously.
throwing my fox.
Oh, well then say, don't throw my foxy, Tyler.
I don't
baby.
throw my fox.
Did you come here?
And now
can
the
you say
baby's
goodbye to
in
everyone
there.
in the camera?
Phoenix, can
You
we
gotta,
wave
you
bye-bye?
gotta come here. They can't see you.
No, come over here, wave. Come on.
Say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Baka baka.